All right, good morning, everyone. I think our next guest really doesn't need an introduction. We are going to be hearing from the serial entrepreneur behind a range of companies: PayPal, Tesla Motors, Solar City, SpaceX. He is a titan of industry who has disrupted and transformed entire industries. We're talking about automotive, aerospace, energy, internet finance. And these are sectors that are really tough to operate in as a startup. In the next 40 minutes, we are going to hear from Elon Musk, and we're going to learn more about Tesla Motors in Hong Kong. In China, we're going to hear about sustainable energy solutions. We're going to talk about Mars, and we're also going to touch on the fate and future of humankind. Pretty big stuff. So on this icy cold day here in Hong Kong, let's give a very warm welcome to Elon Musk. You can pick any mic on the table. There's so many to choose from.
Okay. Invest HK.
All right. Elon Musk, welcome to Hong Kong. I talked to your people at Tesla here in Hong Kong, and Tesla opened up here in 2010. The Model S has been selling pretty well, good build-up. First general question, how's the business doing here in Hong Kong?
Actually, I mean, at Tesla, we're super appreciative of Hong Kong. It's the city with the, I believe at this point, the most number of Teslas per capita.
Yeah.
I think it's sort of it's a very exciting, I think, model in Hong Kong, because I think Hong Kong will have over time the highest percentage of electric vehicles of any city in the world, and it can therefore serve as a model for how other high-density cities around the world can transform to a sustainable transport future. So I think that's very exciting. So we plan to work closely with the Hong Kong government and to take lessons learned and see what we can do to then propagate that to cities around the world. So we're very excited about the partnership with Hong Kong.
Yeah, and because Hong Kong is such a densely packed city, there's no range anxiety in Hong Kong, but that's not the only factor behind the popularity of the Tesla. What are the other factors?
Sure. Well, I think certainly the range not being an issue is one factor, although that is counterbalanced by challenges with charging.
Yeah.
So one of the things that we need to work through, and this is a challenge that any other dense city in the world has, is as you have more and more electric vehicles on the roads, you have to find some place to charge them. And the ideal place to charge the car is at your home or office, essentially the same place that you charge your phone. But this is challenging because a lot of apartment buildings, well, most apartment buildings didn't anticipate having that level of power in the garage. And sometimes the parking spots float around, they're not consistent. So it's going to be quite important to get the power to the buildings that need it, and figure out a good and convenient way for people to charge at home. We are deploying a lot of superchargers, and of course that's going to be important, but those are really meant for when you have an unusually long trip, and you've been away from your home or office for a while, or you need to top up and you're out and about. But by far the most convenient is home or office charging, and that's the thing that we're really working closely with the Hong Kong government on.
Yeah, we were talking about this earlier, about the impact of falling oil prices, because high oil prices was a major selling point for getting into hybrids or electric vehicles. Right. Now that oil prices are in free fall, what does that mean for the industry?
Well, it definitely makes the transition to sustainable energy more difficult. Yeah. And I think no doubt that is going to dampen interest in electric vehicles in general. With our cars, what we aspire to do is to make the car so compelling that even with low gasoline prices, it's still the car you want to buy. Yeah. I mean, the only thing I can think of, that's the only sort of, what else we could do, really.
You have to make it compelling. So,
yes, exactly.
And this is really at the key of Tesla, is to create an electric car that's not worthy, it's going to help the environment, but it is a car that you will covet, that you want to drive. That
Yeah.
happens to be very good for the climate change, or very good for the environment.
Yeah, exactly. And I think this is sort of general, advice I'd give to people starting companies, to entrepreneurs in general, is really focus on making a product that your customers love. And it's so rare that you can buy a product and you love the product when you bought it. There are very few things that fit into that category. And if you can come up with something like that, your business will be successful for sure.